Today is Sunday, December 23rd, and I just got back from vacation. We did just like less than a week ago, and we came home to this in our backyard, so I thought I'm gonna film what it looks like before I do any kind of cleanup or start working on it. So we checked the temperatures because we have a computer that records kind of what's going on, and we had lows in the front yard of 37, and in the backyard it stays a little warmer than that, so you'll see the plants are still doing okay for the most part. Nothing looks like the cold's got it, except for lentenas. Like these lentenas, the leaves are starting to go black. And this coleus here is taking a hit from the cold. I think our highs have been in the 60s. And the other thing that I noticed that was different from the last time I filmed was all of the trees pretty much are losing their leaves. Well, not the olive tree, but any of the deciduous, I guess. Lots of leaves on the ground. That tree has lost a lot of the pods and stuff. But that one at the end still has a lot of leaves on it. We've got some pretty petunias. I'm outside and it's nice and warm. I don't require any kind of jacket or anything like that. I suppose if I was sitting in shade or something, it might be kind of cool. You can see some new growth on the Pittosporum. I'll show these petunias. Then I've had a growth of this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm finally getting, of course, the flowers are a dandelion, but anyway. And I think on one of the last videos I made in November, I said we were going to take the bougainvilleas in the house, but time got away from us before we went on vacation, and we didn't get that done. And we talked about it while we were on vacation, saying if we lost our bougainvilleas due to the cold, that was okay with us, because we're getting tired of moving them into the garage. Look at all the leaves. So I'll start leaf removal. That'll be my Christmas present to the yard. That's always pretty, this heavenly bamboo. Lots of leaves to get for composting. Rosemary has some flowers on it. That mum just got laden, fell over, so I'll be cutting some stuff back. And the other thing I want to do is get some seeds planted, because I want more kale and stuff like that in my yard. See, these lentena, the purple ones kind of go dormant in the winter. So I will cut all of these back. Go around the bridge and show how. Those are Maria's have really a nice dark green to them. But look at all the weeds I got to get removed. There's a bunch. And then these lantana will get cut back. Whatever, I can't remember. These are like violas or something. So they'll probably do fine. That bougainvillea is still doing really well. Anything sitting against the house hasn't really felt much of the cold yet. I do believe we're supposed to get lower in temperature, like 10 degrees on the low end. So we might hit the low 30s pretty soon. And like I said, we made a command decision that we were probably gonna see if these have enough of a microclimate to last, or if not, we're really thinking that maybe these Cape honeysuckle, since they thrive so well in the heat and in the cold, that we'll grow those instead of something that really isn't fit for our climate. I love the bougainvilleas. I think they're pretty, but I don't know that I want to be trying to haul them in the house all the time. I will clean up this bed, and then you can see how many tomatoes we have. And you can also, this is probably the most unprotected tomato plant, so it's still alive. I will pick all of those orange ones today. Most of the plum trees have lost their leaves, but again, you can see this tree still got a lot. And we had some high winds while we were gone too. My cilantro is coming along, as well as some green onions and arugula. Oh, look at this mess. That's that tomatillo. Holy moly. Lots for the composting. Then we've got lots of peppers. I think I'll pick those today as well. This is pretty. Oh, I don't even know. There's something growing in the rocks here. Could be interesting. Oh, and I've got some red tomatoes laying in the rocks that I'll pick up. You can tell exactly when we get a cold snap. The tomato plants will be dead. That's the chard's looking good, but that's even pretty. These are pretty. Let's see, I've got some peppers drying on the vine, so I'll go through, but there's some really nice ones too. So, my strawberries. Time to start doing cleanup. The eggplants did not like the cold, whatever cold they got. And my husband came out and harvested about 5 or 6 small ones, and I used them in some chili. Here's the Thai chili peppers. It's pretty. And there's that ugly tomato plant. But I like this tomato. And then this plant that I saved is doing fine. And then you can kind of tell my seeds that I planted, I'm not too impressed with. You can see all the stakes and there's just not that much growing in here. So I'm going to try seed beds in the house and then bring them out, harden them off, and stick them in the ground. So I'm going to do that with, oh, that's pretty, the way the strawberries leaves look. Oh, here's my, so you can tell it got cold. The zucchini didn't like it. But that is beautiful with all the different colors. That looks fall. Gorgeous. Anyway, I'm going to try some seed planting in the house and we'll see how that goes. That's my garden diary. Today is December 20th, and this is what we got out of the garden. Mainly we picked this so that I could use the remainder of the eggplants, because we just got back from vacation and I wanted to use them in a recipe. So that's it for the season on eggplants. There's still a lot of peppers out there and they need to be picked, but we're just getting back from vacation, so relax. This Sunday, December the 23rd, and this is what we got out of the garden. That green pepper is really one of those orange bell peppers, but I picked it because the plant's looking pretty sad. Lots of jalapenos and Fresnos, serranos, and then this is my orange tomato haul.